In the previous videos, we've defined distance, displacement, velocity, and speed. Now we're ready to define acceleration. Acceleration is the rate of change of velocity. Mathematically, we can write that the average acceleration is equal to the change in velocity over the time interval. Now, if you look at this, we can write the units of this as meters per second, which happens to be meters per second square. We can also define the instantaneous acceleration, A, as the limit as delta t approaches 0, delta v over delta t, just like we defined instantaneous velocity. Now, as far as we're concerned in this course, we'll only worry about instantaneous acceleration given either uniform situations with uniform acceleration or where you're given graphs. And if you're given a graph of a velocity versus time graph, so from the graph, okay, we can find this acceleration by calculating the slope of the tangent line. Just like we found the instantaneous velocity by calculating the slope of the tangent to the position versus time graph. So here, the instantaneous acceleration can be found by finding the slope of the tangent to the velocity versus time graph. There are a few things that we need to understand. First of all, just like velocity, acceleration can be positive or negative. But to be clear, let's make sure we understand that negative acceleration does not necessarily mean deceleration. It could mean deceleration, but it does not necessarily mean deceleration. At the same time, positive acceleration does not necessarily mean that the speed of the object is increasing. It all depends on the situation. For example, if a vehicle, okay, is moving to the east, so its velocity is pointing in this direction, and if the vehicle slows down, okay, so from here it slows down, so it has some velocity and the velocity just goes down, right? Clearly in this case we see that when you calculate the acceleration using this formula, since the change in the velocity is negative because it's slowing down, we see that the acceleration will be pointing in this direction, which is due west. So in this case, if a vehicle is traveling due east, a negative acceleration definitely means deceleration. So here we agree that this would be a deceleration. On the other hand, if a vehicle is traveling due west, so its velocity is pointing due west, and now if it slows down, we see that the acceleration would have to point to the east. So if it slows down again, here the acceleration would have to point to the east, and therefore in this case now the acceleration would be positive. However, the object is still slowing down, and therefore we have a deceleration. Okay, so just make sure you understand that deceleration does not necessarily mean negative acceleration. Here's another example. Let's take an object and let's toss it up. So if I were to toss it up, we know that on its way up, the object is going to slow down. And the reason this happens is because the acceleration is pointing down, and we see that the object will slow down. Okay. On the other hand, the same object on its way down, okay, if we were to take this object and let it go, on its way down, this object would speed up, okay, and the acceleration here is once again pointing down. So here in the first situation, we have a deceleration, okay, a negative acceleration giving us a deceleration. But in the second situation, we have the object speeding up, so we have an acceleration, speeding up of the object while the acceleration itself is negative. So here it's negative, here is also negative. So the same negative acceleration in two different situations could be either a deceleration or an acceleration. So make sure you understand just a simple thing, but sometimes people can get confused by it. Alright, so now that we have this, let's do a quick problem in which we will calculate the acceleration in a situation. So here's the problem. A vehicle moving due west at 30 meters per second comes to rest in 5 seconds. Calculate its acceleration. So while before we get to this problem, let's look at all the things that are given. So first, you've been given the velocity of this object, which is the initial velocity of the object. You've also been told that the object comes to a rest, which should mean that the velocity becomes zero. And all this happens in time in 5 seconds interval. Let's go back to the definition of the acceleration here. So A average we saw was delta V over delta T. And let's write this once again as Vf minus Vi all over the time interval. We're ready to now plug all the things in. Okay, so we saw that the initial velocity is equal to 30 meters per second, but it's also moving due west, so we'd have to put a negative sign here. So its initial velocity is negative 30 meters per second. The final velocity is zero because it's coming to rest, and all this is happening in a time interval of 5 seconds. So you can plug everything into this formula. V average is equal to 0 minus 30 all over 5, and this happens to be equal to 6 meters per second square. So once again, positive acceleration. However, this object is slowing down and therefore decelerating. So please make sure you understand that.